Freaks, it's Wednesday, August 17th, 2022. Coming up on the program today, do skinny people smell like piss? Distorted View investigates. Plus, a Pizza Hut prank call leads to a woman suffering from an arm spasm. Obsessed with big breasts. Titty Lover's Anthem. And pelted with a Burger King Whopper.
Hi, beautiful.
Hey, you still jerking it?
Yeah, still jerking it.
You haven't come yet?
No, not yet.
What are you into, stud?
Oh, a lot of taboo stuff, and I just love
dogs.
Well,
children, like what? Shit, like what is it? Like, tell me the taboo stuff you're into.
Golden showers, incest, and I especially love having sex with pregnant women and, being breastfed by them and, and I love taking a piss on a woman and her pissing on me and that's sexy and,
I know. You like, sucking on titties and getting some milk out?
Yeah.
Mommy breastfeeding you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Want me to squirt some of that milk all over your face, huh? You gonna piss all over me?
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Yeah?
Oh, I especially love teenagers that are pregnant. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh.
What do you like a 13-year-old girl pregnant?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm just like a little baby.
Oh, yeah.
Having my own baby.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Because I got raped by my dad, and he impregnated me, and I'm going to have like a baby, and I can't go to the doctor or anything.
Oh.
Because then they would know. So I just have to have birth at home, and I'm sitting in a bathtub.
Nice.
And I'm pushing. I'm oh yeah.
Yeah.
And it feels so bad, and it hurts. It hurts because that baby's pushing, it's crowning.
Oh, yeah.
It's stretching my pussy wide open. Oh. And I'm oh my God, that baby's head is so big. Something's wrong. Oh. And my dad's it's probably because it's inbred.
Oh.
And, inbred babies have cranial problems. And so, the baby's head is just, stretching and ripping my cunt open.
It's the Distorted View Show with Tim Henson.
And I love the aftertaste of semen in my mouth.
Christian now fears his flatulence.
I just want to say, how dare you?
Calm my ass down.
The vagina is full of eggs.
Oh, my goodness.
Guys always hang up when I get to the part about the baby stretching my pussy too wide and it ripping. Apparently that fantasy is a little too real for them. Hey, freaks, Tim back here with you for the Wednesday edition of Distorted View Daily. Got a great program. The freaks in the Discord have been sharing some Meade skeleton posts from the Apricity, so I thought it might be a good time to check in with him. Apparently he's been very active over there, although some freaks are doing a deep dive. Really looking into the archives, not too far back, 2019 posts from Meade Skelton. Apparently, back then, he was very upset with the hotel booking site Booking.com. He was setting up an out-of-state gig. It's high time South Carolina be exposed to Meade's yodeling and a live performance of the smash hit Sweet Tea. Meade used Booking.com to book a hotel, and he says, Booking.com will not save you money. I just lost $500. I just lost $500 because I booked a hotel in the bad part of town, which I did not research. Meade's idea of researching is getting on Google Street View and seeing the color of pedestrians. Oh, there's a lot of colored people walking on the sidewalk. There must be a bad part of town. I'm gonna cancel my hotel. Well, there were no refunds. I could have saved money by booking directly at the hotel website. You don't save any money booking with these special websites at all. I feel like a fool. Well, if there's one thing you should know about Meade is he's a big fat liar. Later on in the thread, Meade reveals the real reason why he had to cancel his hotel. He said, here's the main reason I had to cancel. Could you handle this bridge to get into town? I could not. I forgot. Meade is afraid of bridges. Yeah, he posted a bunch of pictures and a video of a bridge in Charleston, South Carolina. It was too big for him. Bridges give me the heebie-jeebies. Kind of like how Jewish people give me the heebie-joobies. And black people give me the nigby-wigbies. Gay people give me the faggy-jaggies. Illegal immigrants from the South give me the spicky-wickies. And the dirty towel heads give me a bad case of the Islami-bombies. Sorry. If you're new to the program, Meade Skelton is a very, very racist person. By the way, that bridge in South Carolina is beautiful. It's not like a rickety old bridge or something. Someone later on in the thread said Meade lost $500 because he's afraid of a bridge. Laugh my ass off. What a sissy. Someone else echoed my sentiment. That bridge looks awesome. And Meade said, you cross over it then. The river below is infested with alligators. Yeah, well, you're going over the water. That is some vintage Meade. Also, another older post was a question that Meade posed to the members of the message board. Do skinny people often smell like urine? Anyone who is not Meade or do not have the same attributes as Meade, he seems to think disparaging things about him. Meade is fat, so obviously skinny people stink. He's white, so he says disparaging things about minorities. He's from the South, he hates people from the North. He's, let's just say, average, so he hates Chads. It goes on and on. Anyway, Meade says here, I know it's awful, but when I see someone who's really thin, I imagine a rancid smell akin to urine-soaked underwear. Okay. I don't know why. Neither do we, Meade. Neither do we. It's probably just a prejudice. At least he's kind of self-aware here. Perhaps it's also because I associate it with drug abuse. Does anyone think this is a false perception? Yeah, not all skinny people stink like urine. Or is there some truth to the matter? The consensus is pretty much echoing what Bill Arrowbrennan says. No wonder you're single. Who fusses about this stuff? Someone else said it's like the opposite. Fat people tend to stink. They smell like BO, which is not necessarily true either. Like, there are plenty of fat people who don't stink. But, you know, they're more likely to stink because, you know, they're always sweating and they can't clean in the folds properly. Fat folds, you know. All right, I don't want to spend too much time on Meade, but we should turn our attention to modern day Meade and see what he's been up to. Just yesterday, he wrote a post entitled, Were Slave Owners Really Immoral? Firstly, I am not pro-slavery, but there's always a but. Meade does pine for the old days of slavery. In the past, he's mentioned how great it was. But whatever, he's not pro-slavery. He says he's not pro-slavery. I believe him. But I know that a lot of liberals and Republicans ramble on about the, quote, horrors of slavery. He goes on to say, like, let's be honest. Africans weren't the only people to be enslaved. They don't have a monopoly on the victimhood of slavery here. They're whining a little too hard about it. He's like Jews, Irish people, Slavs. They were all slaves at one point in history, and it's like, yeah, Meade, but the reason why it's a big deal here is because it happened in our country. We can directly draw a line, you know, to our ancestors owning slaves, or you know, if you're black, you can draw a line to, you know, your great-great-great-grandmother may have been a slave. So it's a thing that happened in our country that we're dealing with, kind of. Meade says, I love the history lesson from me. In reality, slave as it existed in America really wasn't that bad. Yeah, take it from freed slave Meade Skelton. He knows what it's like to be a slave. He was on the inside, man. Slavery as it existed in America really wasn't that bad. Come on. If the African slaves hadn't been brought to America, they would have died in their African countries, also known as their home. They got a much better life here in America. He also says slavery had some other benefits. Slavery helped the savage African become Christianized. Slaves learned skills such as blacksmithing and carpentry. In my house, we have a beautifully made side table, which was built by one of my great-great-great-grandfather's servants. Someone, a sane person, replied, slavery is wrong, period. And then Meade replied, slavery is mentioned in the Bible, so it's all good. Anything goes. God sanctioned slavery. Slavery is mentioned in the Bible. God can use things to work together for good. Anglo-Celtic replied, I see, so we should execute homosexuals? Like, you should not go there with Meade. Well, Well, it's not the worst idea I've ever heard. The final piece of media, get it, I have for you is a Christian dating profile from Meade. Yeah, he's out there, single looking to mingle. It says here he's 42, has hazel eyes, average body type. Okay, I'm not here to body shame anyone, but I would not call Meade's body type average. Because, like, he wears corsets and shit. Have you seen those pictures of him without his shirt on? It's an interesting shape. There's something going on there. He's evangelical, possibly willing to relocate. He wants children, and his profession is musician. What I find interesting is in the About Me section, he says, I'm a returning student after many years planning to get a degree in ministry. He's going to be one of those guys that goes viral for his church sermon where he advocates for slavery and the execution of gay people. He's the new Steve Anderson.
What I don't want them to be is a filthy faggot.
My favorite hate preacher. You don't really learn a lot about Meade in his dating profile. I think he needs to fix some of this up. He says, I enjoy Sundays. Of course, it's his favorite day. Church. I enjoy Sundays, picnics in the park, starry nights, and running outside in the pouring rain to mail a letter. I take back what I said. We're learning so much about Meade here. He says he's a romantic at heart, but authenticity is most important. I can teach you how to yodel. And then he lists potential first dates, going out for sweet tea, of course, or coffee shop. He also, I gotta be honest here, posts one of the worst pictures of him I've ever seen. I don't know why he chose this profile picture. It looks like he's taking a very satisfying shit. That's the facial expression he's giving. It's like, well, it's like a bowel movement that was difficult to pass. Big, rigid, sharp turd, but it finally came out, and there's just a hint of accomplishment there on his face. So that's Meade Skelton's Christian dating profile. Glad to see he's doing well. Let's get into some audio now. You know, I'm always lurking around the Distorted View Discord, especially in the video audio submission category. Always looking for good potential new content. This video that I have for you, though, was actually mixed in with all the other Meade stuff in the Utardia channel. Almost missed this, so thank you very much, Dr. Cockditch, MD, for introducing me to Misty Henry. Dr. Cock says Misty Ray / Misty Henry is a narcissistic mom who lost custody of all her kids, and now she makes endless videos talking about how her sister, ex-husband, and the people in her community are out to get her. Yeah, this sounds like a bitch I need to get to know. This is the video Dr. Cockditch submitted.
Help us. The Marion Police Department just gave Leverett Key the right to hunt and kill us.
Oh, okay, so she's just flat out fucking crazy. I have gone from being just mildly interested in learning about Misty to being a full-on fan in about 3 seconds here. This is a new record.
The Marion Police Department just gave Leverett Key the right to hunt and kill us.
If you're like me, I immediately was wondering who or what is Leverett Gee. Going into these videos kind of blind here. Well, Leverett Gee is this woman's neighbor. And because this woman just absolutely loves drama, she's made enemies with just about everyone in her life. Her kids, her exes, and yes, her neighbors.
He just gave them the right to hunt and kill us. They just told me Leverett Gee can hunt and kill women.
I have an interaction here between this lady, Misty, and Leverett Gee. Apparently, Leverett was outside talking to another neighbor, and Misty here had to insert herself. Now, the way I understand it is Leverett was fighting with the other neighbor. Leverett was in a dispute with him, but the second Misty here gets involved, opens her big mouth, Leverett and the neighbor both kind of come together. They become friends, and they gang up on Misty.
I've been watching it and recording, so I know you guys were here first. He's trying to start a fight, and I've been recording the whole thing.
I guess the neighbor's wife does not even want to be involved. She's like, I'd prefer to stay anonymous. And then she sort of pieces out. Like, she leaves, leaving Leverett and just the neighbor.
I know you guys were here first.
Yeah, I prefer to stay anonymous.
He's being black. He's being black.
Well, Misty, I got to say that was uncalled for.
You think you privileged?
See, he thinks he's privileged because I'm Irish, Scottish, and Native American.
I live in America.
You know, I've never seen a crazier town than Marion because I wasn't raised racist, but I come here and I see you being racist towards me.
You're the one that just brought up the black thing. Hey, everyone, he's being black. Black alert, black alert.
Because I wasn't raised racist, but I come here and I see you being racist towards me all the time. Thinking that you're better than me because you're black and I'm Irish, Scottish, and Native American. You've been acting like you're better than me the whole time you've been living here.
I ain't got shit to do with it.
You think that you're better than me because you're black. You've been doing that the whole time you've been living here. No, you've been doing that the whole time you've been living here. And I'll tell you what.
You're one of those snooty blacks.
Your people enslaved my people. You want to pull the race card? Black people enslaved Native Americans.
Yeah, I think it's at this moment that the two neighbors band together against her.
You want to go there? My father served in Korea. I had a Korean sister that died because they were hit by an army truck.
Lady, that has nothing to do with anything. What are you trying to win the sympathy Olympics here?
Okay. So what does that mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Your people enslaved my people.
I'm in America. Just like you're supposed to be in America. I'm born and raised in America.
I was raised in Logansport where there was no racism.
Raised in America. Okay?
Well, so was I.
Okay, then don't call me no fucking racist when I ain't no racist.
Well, you've been treating me like you're better than me the whole time you've been living here.
Telling you not to block my driveway.
It's all about a driveway dispute.
You come out here and threaten to shoot me if we didn't.
If I was gonna shoot you, I'd shoot your crazy.
What do you think I didn't come out here? See, there you go, calling me crazy.
You are crazy.
That's
I'm
you.
kind of on Leverett's side here.
On the race card on me. I'm a black man, so I'm smarter than you.
You white.
I'm a black man, and you're a white red woman, so I'm smarter than you. I'm smarter and saner than you because you're a white red woman.
Now, I've seen, he wouldn't even know you were part Native American if you didn't scream it just now. You look so incredibly pale and white and average.
So you pull the crazy card because you're a black man.
He pulled the crazy card because you're acting crazy.
And that's another thing. You're stalking me. You're stalking me, putting it all on camera.
Again, she's the only one filming right now. She's upset because he has security cameras on his house, like pointed at his driveway. And because it's pointed at his driveway, the camera also sees part of her yard or something. I mean, you know, just fucking insanity. This goes on, but I think you get the idea. It's so interesting with these people. Like, they always act like they're under attack, but they bring this all on themselves. She's the one that went outside and started this confrontation, right? She also says that her ex-husband and her ex-husband's girlfriend are stalking her. Meanwhile, it's her that's doing the stalking, right? Like, look, constantly checking their Facebook pages, social media accounts.
So, been told my ex and his new wife are trying for yet another child to torture and enslave and make hate them.
These videos, by the way, are for an audience of one. She wants her ex-husband to see these.
And that they just lost another one.
Yeah. Ha ha, you lost a baby.
Miscarriage.
I mean, you can just tell she is loving this.
Probably too many pills.
Yeah, well.
Don't know why they want to keep on bringing more children into this world to hurt and abuse.
And this is pretty much her entire channel. There's also some woman named Heather. I haven't figured out who Heather is. I don't know if that's the ex-husband's new wife or some other woman that Misty is in a dispute with, but apparently Heather is always messing with her, ordering pizzas. This is a big thing with Heather. Heather apparently calls Domino's or Pizza Hut and will order like 6 pizzas and try to have them delivered to this to Misty's house. In one video, there's not even that much audio. It's just it looks like she's shaking her arm, but she says she's having a seizure. She's having an arm seizure after Heather's latest Pizza Hut prank. In the description, it reads, Heather is trying to kill me by stress. And this video proves it. This is just minutes after the latest prank. Heather doesn't care if she's killing her family. So she must be related to this woman. I am documenting it on social media. This is called focal motor seizures.
This is what the latest stroke has done to my arm.
Well, it would seem tied.
Heather is proving she doesn't care. She's killing her sister. Oh, so Heather must be her sister. Okay, we got an answer there. Killing her sister through extreme stress by continuing pranks. This should prove that she did kill her mother by driving her to suicide and has never cared.
Since it would appear that you don't know.
This is just after the call from Pizza Hut.
Yeah. You're driving her crazy, Heather.
Thank you, Heather.
Stupid bitch. Well, this is just an amazing find. Thank you very much, Dr. Cock. I'm starting to get invested into Misty and all the people in her life. Now that I'm learning the characters, right? Leverett is the neighbor, the black man. We have her ex. I don't know what her ex-husband's name is, but we know who Heather is. Heather is her sister. Heather may have killed their mother. Heather is also trying to kill Misty through Pizza Hut pranks. I mean, what an exhausting way to go through life. You're just in constant battles with everyone you come in contact with. By the way, it's interesting because a lot of these videos will only receive 20 or 30 views. Comment-wise, Misty seems to comment on her own videos more than anyone else. For instance, in that arm seizure video about the Pizza Hut prank, she says, so, do you enjoy sending my right arm into seizures with your latest Pizza Hut prank today, Heather? Huh? Happened twice more while I was trying to train at my dojo. She's a kung fu master. My sensei. This is so great. There's so many layers and interesting little aspects to Misty here. My sensei isn't happy with you stressing me into another stroke and causing me more neurological damage. You have darn near everyone mad at you. There's like a 90% chance Heather doesn't even know what the fuck is going on here. Misty just got it in her head that her sister's fucking around with her. All right, so that's Misty Henry. Very interesting new Utard. Definitely subscribing to her. I've got a clip here of a woman getting followed around by a man who's just straight up perving on her. He's literally trying to record her ass, which I don't know. Is that illegal? They're out in public. You're allowed to film people, right? He can zoom in on ass if he wants to. Take it as a compliment. You got a nice, thick, fat, juicy booty, baby.
I'm recording you because you're recording us, right? So what is it for?
It's called jerk-off material.
What is it for?
You have a beautiful body.
Okay, but why would you disrespect us like that?
Okay, can we go? I just wanted to record your body.
But why are you still recording, though?
Can you please get away?
What are you doing?
Well, we're going in the same direction. That's what I would say. I'm not following you. I just happen to be heading in the same direction.
You fucking sicko.
I just think you have a beautiful body.
You mad fucking sicko. Get the fuck out. Turn around. Turn around.
He does kind of follow them wherever they go because she's like backing up and bobbing and weaving and he just keeps following her.
It's a public place.
It's not. You can't be recording us like that, you sicko. Turn around. Stop recording me. I'm recording you too.
Can you walk, please?
I don't know what he's saying there. Can we talk, please?
Can you get away? Stop recording me.
I'm sorry, I just want your body.
Why are you Stop recording me. Turn around and leave because you're going to cause a scene and I'm going to call the cops on you.
Yeah, he's a tenacious little fucker. It's an interesting move he pulls where he apologizes, but he also doesn't stop filming. I'm sorry. And then he just continues following them.
It's harassment at this.
It's called buying time.
Oh, please.
It's harassment at this time.
How is it harassment?
But why are you causing such a scene?
I'm not causing a scene.
You're being like a pig right now. It's embarrassing for you.
There he goes. He's finally walking away. This wasn't at night either, right? It was in broad daylight. There were other people walking on the sidewalk. This guy has no shame. He's like, I have a boner. I need to ejaculate. I won't stop following you until I complete my mission. Squirt, squirt. Glad those ladies were finally able to get rid of him. The story could have had a tragic ending. Real quick, before we get into the news, got to say thanks to Miss May. Well, first of all, because yesterday, Carbon Chaperone was played on WFMU. Finally getting some radio play. I'm officially like a professional musician. Hey, Meade Skelton, has any of your stupid songs ever been featured on the radio? I don't think so. I'm more successful than Meade as a musician. Well, you know, God has given me this wonderful gift, my voice. It would be a shame not to use it. Remember when I sang Aerosmith?
Yeah, it's amazing. And I'm saying a prayer for the desperate hearts tonight. The desperate hearts, desperate hearts. Give them up and say them up and give it right now. Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, waka-cow. Yeah.
I mean, that is a voice you don't often run across. Special is what I'm trying to say. Anyway, so Miss May, whatever the fuck her name is, Miss May, thank you very much for featuring Carbon Chaperone on your WFMU show. She also submitted this song called Big Breast Obsessed. This is from an artist named Lionel Davis. Back in 2000, he released The Electric Man. And of course, this is one of the tracks on that album.
Oh, baby, I'm so obsessed with your big breast. Sometime I wanna keep you under house arrest. Lick your nipples till they stand at attention. Then take the power of passion to a new dimension.
The album artwork features Lionel sitting with a keytar. I guess that's his instrument of choice. You know, the half keyboard, half guitar monstrosity. He's wearing sunglasses. He's a middle-aged black man.
He's being black. He's being black.
Yes, yes. Alert, alert. We've got a black man acting black here. Not that it matters, but, you know, I'm just trying to paint a picture so you know who Lionel Davis is. He's a black man doing black man things, singing about breasts.
He's being black. He's being black.
He's being black. Remind me to isolate that audio. I have a feeling we can get some mileage out of that. Anyway, I'm sorry. Let's get back to Big Breast Obsessed.
Lick your nipples till they stand at attention. Then take the power of passion to a new dimension. Heaven help me, I'm like a man possessed. Baby, I'm obsessed with your big breast. Oh, yes, I am.
Sounds pretty good if you ask me. That's why I did not call this a Linda Finkel Hall of Fame nominee. It's too good.
I'm crazy about your kisses and your warm embrace. Love the way you do the hoochie coochie in my face. Heaven help me, I'm like a man possessed. Oh, baby, I'm obsessed with your big breast. Yeah, oh, baby.
This is truly an anthem for all of you big boob lovers out there. Again, it's Big Breast Obsessed by Lionel Davis. I'll try to remember to provide a link on the show notes today so you can listen to the whole thing. Right now, though, let's get into the crazy, bizarre, twisted up, fucked up news. Hey, if you're not a member of the Distorted View Sideshow, please consider signing up. Why? Well, this is how I make my living. It's the best way to support the show and make sure it continues on for a long, long time. More importantly, when you become a member, you gain access to the entire archive of episodes of DV. We've been at this daily program since 2004, so there are thousands of past programs in the archives. And finally, every week I do brand new exclusive shows just for paying freaks. Yesterday was a Sideshow exclusive podcast, and tomorrow will be another one. So it's a great time to sign up. Best of all, memberships are very inexpensive, only $6.99 a month, even less when you opt for a quarterly, semi-annual, yearly, or lifetime membership. Superfreaksideshow.com is the website. Now, if you just use Apple Podcasts or Spotify, you don't want logins to websites and pasting RSS feeds into your podcast app and everything. You can now sign up for Sideshow access right in those two apps, in Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Just a few taps, you'll start to get all of the new exclusive Sideshow episodes For more information on that, check out distortedview.com and superfreaksideshow.com. And finally, we've got a Patreon account, just another way to help support the show. I need all the help I can get. Patreon.com/distortedview. You can pledge as little as $1 over there. If you pledge $5, you get access to a special voicemail line where I will play your calls first. I believe we have some patron calls today, so we'll get to those in just a few minutes. That is after 3 news stories. First up today, we just happen to have one here from our most fucked up state. Say it with me.
Florida, our most fucked up state.
Oh boy, what did Florida man do today? Well, during an argument at Burger King, a Florida man threw a cheeseburger at his girlfriend. He chucked that motherfucker so hard that when the sandwich struck the back of her head, not only did pickles, ketchup, mayonnaise, and mustard fly everywhere, goddamn sandwich basically exploded, and the woman fell over a curb onto the ground. She could have chipped a tooth. That had to have been a Whopper, right? No one's being knocked down due to a junior cheeseburger, right? This had to be a quarter pound or greater. That's my assessment. According to a criminal complaint, James Hunt, 41, and his girlfriend and cohabitant argued Saturday afternoon about the victim not eating her food. And it's either like he's concerned, like, you need your strength, honey, you need to eat, or he was angry because he paid for that fucking food. You're gonna eat every last bite. You know how a parent talks to a toddler? I'm guessing it's the latter because, again, that sounds like the type of person who would throw a Whopper at the back of a woman's head. This all happened at a Burger King in Clearwater, a city in the Tampa Bay area. The dispute turned violent, cops say, when the 53-year-old woman began to leave the restaurant. That's when Hunt allegedly threw a cheeseburger at the victim, striking her in the back of the head. The action caused the victim to fall over the curb onto the ground. The victim's chin and lip hit the pavement, resulting in an abrasion and a cut. Upon arriving at the Burger King, cops observed blood on the victim's shirt and shorts and cheese on her shirt. Yeah, that all checks out. All signs point to a cheeseburger thrown at her. They also found cheese in her hair. That sealed the deal. A Burger King worker told cops that before Hunt walked away from the restaurant, he struck the victim in the head while she was on the ground. While Hunt reportedly admitted to throwing the burger at the victim, he denied striking her while she was down. That's a low blow, man. Hunt also told police that he did not think the cheeseburger strike caused her to slip on the curb and fall onto the ground. She may have already been drunk. She's under the influence of so many narcotics. It's hard to tell what caused her to fall. All right, charged with felony domestic battery, Hunt is being held in the county jail on a $15,000 bond. One expensive cheeseburger. He's been ordered by a judge not to have contact with the victim. Hunt, identified as a mechanic in court papers, has 2 prior domestic battery convictions, both of which date back to 2002 in Arkansas. There's always lots of fast food drama. This is nothing new. Here's a clip. This is from earlier this year. 911 call. A woman is upset. She's calling 911 over, the way she's being treated at McDonald's.
Yes, I'm at McDonald's. I'm 5 months pregnant. These people don't know how to run a McDonald's.
She had to wait over 15 minutes for her food, and you heard her. She's pregnant. Ain't nobody got time for that. So a call to 911 was placed.
I'm attached to the right. No, come on. I want my money. They trying to cheat me out my money. I want my money. I'm not going nowhere. The police will have to get here.
It should be noted that even though this woman called 911, she also begins to ransack the restaurant, throwing stuff off the counter,
Thank you, man. Come on, I'm going to the money we got throw.
The 911 operator really isn't saying much here, is she?
Talking about she can't charge me. I got to get my cheeseburger, my money. That's my one.
If you're wondering, this altercation also took place in Florida. By the way, that woman is going to be a wonderful mother. Second story we have for you. Oh my God. It also comes from our most fucked up state. Say it with me.
Florida, our most fucked up state.
Florida is busy this time of year. An 18-year-old suspected drug dealer in Florida was arrested after asking a county commissioner if he wanted to buy some cocaine. Apparently, the commissioner was not down to party. Yes, apparently the 18-year-old just randomly texted the commissioner. He had a hunch. He was looking for some cocaine. Jack Edward Fisher was arrested after an undercover buy-bust operation in Palm Coast, the Flagler County Sheriff's Office said. Flagler County Commissioner Joe Mullins alerted the Sheriff's Office that he received a text from someone offering to sell him an 8-ball of cocaine. I'm still kind of unclear how this happened. Did this kid send out a mass text message? Was this like an email blast? Are drug dealers doing text message marketing? Detectives took screenshots from the text conversation between Mullins and the suspect's phone number. That phone number was later traced back to Fisher. This is why you don't randomly ask people if they want to buy drugs. You never know what phone number you're going to get, right? All right, Mullins kept in touch and organized a meeting at a local lake for Fisher in coordination with the authorities. Fisher was arrested without incident after walking up to the undercover detective vehicle to make the sale, like an idiot. Authorities found Fisher with 3.17 grams of fentanyl in a bag. That's much different than cocaine. This could have potentially resulted in the death of 1,585 people. That sounds really bad, but most of those people would have been Floridians, and it's about time we start thinning out the herd over there. 1,500 Florida men would have died. That would have been potentially bad for business here on Distorted View. We need Florida men. The show thrives on Florida man and woman. All right, Fisher was charged with felony possession of fentanyl with intent to distribute and unlawful use of a two-way communications device, meaning the phone. He was detained at the Sheriff Perry Hall Inmate Detention Center on a $3,000 bond. Fisher was arrested in April for misdemeanor alcohol possession by a child under 21 and marijuana possession with 20 grams or less. Mullins said in a written statement that he felt it was his duty to get involved for the safety of the community, adding that on Tuesday he would celebrate 11 years of sobriety. Holy shit, so that would have been extra tempting for this guy. Way to stay strong, Mr. Mullins. I hope this arrest brings the person to the realization that there is a problem in their life. Mullins said, it is my prayer that this is a wake-up call and he will seek help. So there you go. Again, final tip. If you're a drug dealer, stay away from the cold calls. Too risky. You're not fucking selling insurance over there. Final story we have for you today. This one comes from Washington. A 2-year-old girl apparently got the ultimate revenge on a snake that bit her on the lip. Rather than being frightened and cry when the snake bit her, she went Super Saiyan or something. The child bit the snake repeatedly after the reptile bit her, with the animal later dying. She really chewed up and spit out that motherfucker. Now, this story appeals to me because, I recently was in a battle of my own with Yellow Jackets. So far, they've won. They won the battle. They didn't win the war. By the way, yesterday, my neighbor had some yard people working over at her house. And I warned the guy. I was like, hey, if you happen to be in this area, be careful because a yellow jacket stung me. There's a nest in the ground. And he was like, oh, yeah, I know. I was already bit on the finger. So they're a real fucking menace. He was like, you know what you got to do? You got to find the hole where their nest is at. Drop a gasoline-soaked rag in there and light it. And I want to do that, but I'm also clumsy and accident prone, and I'll probably burn down the whole fucking neighborhood. I'm not exactly opposed to that if it means killing and, getting my revenge on the Yellow Jackets. All right, the child bit the snake after the reptile bit her. Newsweek reported that the attack occurred in the child's backyard in Turkey. What? I thought this happened in Washington. This makes a lot more sense. A child living in Turkey biting a snake and killing it. The headline reads Washington, and tricked me. Bengal, Turkey makes a lot more sense. This happened on August 10th. The media outlet noted that neighbors heard the child screaming and ran to the scene. When they arrived, they reportedly found the child with bite wounds on her mouth and a 20-inch snake dangling from her teeth. I like that, she reacted kind of normally, like a baby would scream and cry that she was bit by a snake, but still, she wasn't going to let that fucker get away. Our neighbors have told me that the snake was in the hand of my child. She was playing with it, and then it bit her, the child's father, Mehmet Erkan, said, who was at work when his daughter was bitten. Then she bit the snake back as a reaction. Neighbors called paramedics and performed first aid, as well as made sure that the snake was dead. Newsweek noted that the child was treated at the Bengal Maternity and Children's Hospital. After 24 hours under observation, she was recovering well. It's not immediately known if the snake was venomous, though. The WHO, the World Health Organization, noted that available data indicates that about 4.5 to 5.4 million people get bitten by snakes annually throughout the globe. Around 2 million people develop clinical illness, and 81,000 to 138,000 people die from complications. What about yellow jackets? How many people die from yellow jacket stings? My legs are still all red and swollen. The child was bitten a week following the death of William H. Marty Martin, a respected snake researcher who died after being bitten by a timber rattler. I mean, how good of a snake expert was he if he couldn't avoid a single one of them? The Associated Press noted that Martin died on August 3rd, my brother's birthday, which was the day after a captive snake on the property at his home in Harper's Ferry, West Virginia, bit him. Yeah, don't fuck around with snakes. Who needs to research snakes anymore? We know enough about snakes. Stay away from them. Stupid people handling them, looking at them, researching them. Pointless. All right, foolish even. That, my friends, is your Distorted News for Wednesday. Let's do a couple voicemails and get the hell out of here. Well, I love to hear from you, and there are many ways to contact the show at distortedview.com. I'm all over social media at distortedview on Twitter and Instagram, facebook.com/distortedview show. Don't forget, we've got a new YouTube channel. We've got a Discord where all the freaks are hanging out. You can find links over there at distortedview.com on the main navigation bar for both of those things. All right, as promised, I do have some patrons calling in today.
Hey, Kenny Boo, little baby faggot, calling in to let you know I finally got my CPAP machine.
Hey!
The Air Curve 10 ASV, which is, like I said, the kind of a ventilator doohickey.
Air Curve?
Works good. It's super quiet. I breathe goodly at night. Can't complain. I was wondering if did they ever try to give you the AirFit F30i face mask?
I believe that's the one I'm currently using, yes. This is CPAP Talk. It's a new podcast I'm hosting.
It's like a half mask, really. It covers just your nose. Like a nose pillow-like thing on it, and then your mouth.
Yes, that's the one I have, I believe.
I don't know if that's the one they gave you, but that's the one I ended up switching to.
Yes, I switched to it, right? Because I was just using the nose pillow, the things in my nose, and I couldn't breathe because every time I opened my mouth, air would come shooting out of it, and so I need something that covers my big fat face, and that's why I chose this.
Could not get anything else to work.
Yeah.
Of course, the company I ordered it from fucked it up, but we're working on getting that fixed. But I have a mask for right now, so maybe you can try that. I don't know.
Yeah, I've kind of settled on a new method of doing this because I'm still getting used to. I can't sleep all the way through the night with the mask. Some nights I toss and turn with it. Other nights I'm able to sleep. Like I got 6.5 hours of sleep with it the other night. Lord Douche was surprised because when he woke up, he was like, "I never see you wearing it in the morning. You never make it all the way through the night." What happens is I'll put it on at night. I'll give it the old college try. If for some reason I can't get to sleep, I'll just, after like an hour or hour and a half, I'll take it off because I'm not going to like toss and turn all night, right? I refuse. I just say, I quit this bitch. Other times I'll get to sleep with the mask, but after like 3 or 4 hours, I'll wake up, and then I won't be able to get back to sleep. So then I'll take off the mask again. I'm not going to force myself to wear it if I can't get back to sleep. So I don't know why everyone needs to know this. I don't know why I need to announce this on the podcast. But, we're having CPAP talk over here. Sorry.
Hey, yeah, this is Toilet Twink.
Hey,
just listening to Monday's episode. And, you're asking for more money for someone to mow your grass. You could be more lazy.
Well, that's not exactly what I said. I said my lawnmower is broken and I got bit or stung by a bunch of bees. So, yeah, I was like, if I got a couple extra Sideshow memberships, I would pay to have someone mow my yard this time.
In order to have a hard enough time, make sure you get episodes out on time. Time to suck it up, Buttercup. Still love you, though.
Listen to this smug asshole. First of all, Distorted View is very consistent. There are like podcasts that take entire months off. They'll just take the summer off. I don't know how other daily podcasts operate or how many episodes they do a year, but I'm pretty sure Distorted View does more. it's extremely rare that I miss a show and I don't make it up. Right? Usually I'll try to do an extra episode at the end of the week or something. Occasionally that doesn't happen. But again, I don't take any vacation time off, really. It's never like, oh, I'm going to take the week off. This week I'm going away. I've done that like once. I went to Disney World back in 2018 for a week. Prior to that, it was the last time I took a vacation was when my dad died and I was stuck in Ashtabula dealing with that bullshit. That was like 2011. So I think that's a good like compromise. I don't take a lot of vacations, and occasionally I'll miss a show or post a show late or something. I mean, isn't that a good trade-off? I think that's incredibly fair. Good God.
Hey, Dimmy Boo. It's Bonjizilla. I was just calling. I was listening back to some old episodes, and there was this like British girl. You said that she's into corpse paint.
Oh, again with this.
It's corpse paint.
Yes. Everyone's calling in. This is the new. Wing was on an episode of South Park. I'm so sorry. I didn't understand what she was saying, and honestly, I didn't even know corpse paint was a thing. I just thought it was face paint. I didn't know there was like a specific category of face paint called corpse paint. But I learned something new. So thank you very much for correcting me. You people can stop now. It would be much appreciated if you'd all just shut your fucking traps already about it. All right, that is all the time we have on this edition of the show. I want you guys to email me, show@distortedview.com. Distortedview.com. Oh, did I play this one? Hold on. I'm not sure if I played this voicemail or not.
Timmy Boo, this is Twink Toilet.
See, this is a different Twink Toilet. The problem is I kept saying that the Twink Toilet name was up for grabs, and now multiple people have Twink Toilet. You're going to have to fight for it.
Timmy Boo, this is Twink Toilet, formerly Libtard Faggot. Stop giving my name away, please. I claimed it, my property now. Anyways, I have a bone to pick with you, Mr. Henson.
Oh, great. A lot of people angry with me today.
I am leaving the Sideshow on Apple Podcasts, and I'm going to the Sideshow regular feed because your lazy ass hasn't put any more episodes, and I don't have...
That is absolutely not true, as a matter of fact. I actually posted 6 months worth of new old shows on Apple Podcasts. I finished up the 2019 archives. Also posting the archives to Crude Summer soon as well. What Twink Toilet is talking about here is if you sign up for Sideshow access in Apple Podcast apps, not through the website. If you just opt to get new Sideshow exclusive episodes in Apple Podcasts, there are some archives, but they don't go back super far. Like I said, I got to 2019. It takes a very long time to post these archives. So slowly but surely, past archives are popping up. And that's if you use Apple Podcasts and tap to subscribe, use the button there. You can always sign up for Sideshow access through superfreaksideshow.com and get access to all the archives immediately. All that is explained over there at distortedview.com and superfreaksideshow.com, the different Sideshow options. It's really just a convenience thing. If you use Spotify or Apple Podcasts, you can just tap to subscribe and get access to primarily the new Sideshow exclusive episodes as I post them. If you go through superfreaksideshow.com, the website, you get access to a special RSS feed, and you can plug that into your podcast app of choice. Works with most podcasting apps. But yes, I have been adding to the archives, even though you don't seem to see that.
I've run out of Sideshow episodes, and I want more, so I'm switching up.
Well, that's your prerogative, man. Yeah.
No hard feelings.
No.
But yeah, I enjoy me switching over to that, so I can listen to the old DV stuff.
Well, let me know if you have any problems. You shouldn't.
Thing. I don't know which one it's called, but yeah, I'll be moving over to that. Shit, I had something else to say. I can't remember what it was, but stop giving away Twink Toilet.
Okay, listen. Twink Toilet is off the table.
Okay, I claimed it. All right, bye-bye.
Maybe we could have Twink Toilet and Twink Toilet 2. Twink Toilet number 2? Again, I'll let you boys figure that out. That is all the time we have on this edition of the program. I want you guys to email me, show@distortedview.com. Distortedview.com is our official website voicemail line for you. 206-666-4463. That's 206-66. Oh, God, is it? Oh, God.
He's being black. He's being black.
Spread the distortion. STD. Tell all your friends about the show. Don't forget to give us a 5-star rating, a thumbs up, or like wherever you can rate and review podcasts. Tomorrow's episode is going to be Sideshow exclusive. If you want to hear it, you got to sign up. Superfreaksideshow.com. Otherwise, I'll see you back on Friday to end the week. Until then, have a great day. Bye, everybody.
Desperate hearts! Desperate hearts! Give them up and say them up and give it right now! Yeah! Oh! Yeah, yeah! Oh! Oh! Waka-cow! Waka-cow! Yeah!
This has been another excellent podcast from the Scribe Media Group. Learn more at scribe.net.